The space between. I've been thinking a lot about the space between. You've done the work, you've quit people pleasing, you have walked away from all the connections, the ways of being, thinking, and doing that do not serve your highest good. And now you're in this blank space in between. And it's so, so sacred to be in this space. And it feels empty in a sense because you've lost so much that didn't align. And when I was driving yesterday, I heard, fear not the arrival of aligned opportunities and connections, and force not their arrival from a place of desperation and force, fear, either way, both sides of these toxic ends of these spectrums, forcing to not be alone and looking for things to distract you in people. And when we do that, we are coming from our old self. We're in that illusion of fear. So we're going to go backwards. We're going to find things by force. We're going to find things that are familiar. We're only going backwards. And when we are in refusal, in fear as well, and we're refusing to meet new opportunities, ways of thinking, being and doing, and new connections, new career, whatever it is that's calling you, when we're forcing it away or forcing it towards us, we're in an illusion of fear. And so I was seeing yesterday that it's not an empty space. It is a blank canvas. And then I saw Bob Ross, like with the brush strokes. And I was thinking how proud I am of myself that I didn't force to get all these new things in my life when I've been in this blank space for a couple years now, as I've walked away from so many things. And then there was, fear coming up like, oh gosh, I've lost this family, these friendships. Even though I know that they weren't aligned there, because there was this blank space and nothing standing in front of me in so many ways, I could feel that fear coming up. And I just knew that I needed to trust God and move through whatever feelings were coming up. In the past few months, I've been moving through a lot of crumbling change and endings and really, really big things, and moving into new ways of being that are so unfamiliar. And I'm just allowing this space to be sacred. In the last week, I brought myself to the beach and I got some Bagel World on the way. It reminds me of being in high school again, honestly, and just being a younger version of myself. I barely ever have it anymore. So I got it and went to the beach. I cried, I ate it. I really am letting the ocean and Mother Earth, the Great Mother, hold me and allowing myself to just be in nature. I've been spending time with my cousin Allie, my friend Eliza, and their kids frolicking on the beach and on the playground. Today I went to Chuck E. Cheese with Eliza and her little one, Nora. I love to be immersed in graffiti art and murals, so I found myself, of course, walking amongst those. I find myself, my heart really calls me to greenhouses, and there's a few farms nearby, so I just go even though I'm not buying anything, and I just kind of wander and just connect with the plants. I sing to them. I love when there's no one else there too. And I found this new store that I have never been to, Ravenstone in Lynn, Massachusetts. I'm in love. I could just immerse myself in there, read the books. I got some apothecary. I'm learning how to play pool, which is really bringing deep presence. I also discussed with my friend Trista, who I connected with through the Messengers Challenge in October, and we decided that we're going to be pen pals. She lives in Georgia. I was like, girl, I feel this sense of whimsy, childlike wonder. I'm picturing that I want to get stationery. I'm getting all excited. I want like a special pen to write her, and we see cute little things that remind us of one another at thrift stores. So I'm just so excited. Beautiful things are filling my page. I've been taking classes that really nourish me in containers, like with Angel Amy, Zach Alexander, Sister Shanti, Eisen, Sadie, Dr. Michelle, the Great Mystery School. And I'm so grateful that even though Zach Alexander's container ended last Sunday, I'm still connecting with these beautiful souls in a group chat. And I'm so grateful that I connected with my dear, dear close friend V now. These brushstrokes are going to fill in, and I'm so grateful that I just trusted myself to not force it. So I'm feeling that in this blank space, we need to really be tender with ourselves and give ourselves everything we need, and find slowness and presence. That doesn't mean to forget about our workouts, but to make ourselves the colorful, nourishing meals and really give to ourselves, and then also bring attention to the knowing that we can't be forcing to fill that blank space out of fear. And also we can't sit in that blank space forever out of fear of the unknown, the unfamiliar. And the last thing I want to say is that if you are, depending on, whatever you're moving through right now, just remember that we're in a spiritual war before anything else. So anything that you're seeing materialize in your life, that is a result of what's going on with you energetically. And so if you're making changes in your life, you're starting to set boundaries, you're speaking up for yourself, you're allowing yourself to feel your emotions more deeply. There are spiritual forces that do not want you to expand. And so I am so grateful for the space that I have been allowing myself to experience. The blank space has been filling with brush strokes a little bit over the last year, especially a couple groups that I've been in. And in our group chat a couple days ago, I was so relieved that Lee mentioned, there are entities hooking into our thoughts and wanting us to stay in these really negative loops. And I found myself, kind of staying in grief a lot longer than I needed to in some certain moments over the last couple weeks. So I just want to remind you guys, I'm so grateful that I got that message from her, because that really reminded me, like, hey, while I'm allowing myself to feel and to grieve, I don't need to avoid joy as well. I need to be incorporating that as well intentionally. And I could see where, dark forces don't want me to be moving forward into the unknown and in receiving everything that is aligning for my highest good, for my future that I'm building. And dark forces don't want us to be abundant in receiving. And so I just want you to remember that it's amazing to feel everything. Give yourself the space you need to feel. Let Mother Earth, the Great Mother, hold you. Allow yourself to embrace the blank space, and also to be very aware that dark forces do not want you moving forward and expanding. So notice when thought loops are coming up. And I like to make it into a game. I'm like, oh, I see what you're trying to do, honey. I see the path you're trying to take me down. I don't think so. And so you can make it a game, like, I like to do like a pick and roll, like a basketball move by myself in my living room, just having the giggles. And that really pulls me out of some downward spiraling thinking. So, just be there for yourself, watch the thought patterns, allow for that space. Understand that the blank space, the space between, is an opportunity for you to build trust with yourself and with God. And know that beautiful opportunities and connections could be just around the corner any day, anytime, on a Tuesday afternoon. Literally, we have no idea when anything is coming. You don't have to force a thing. Just surrender, trust, and open up to receive. You got this.